Hello people, so we are here for a quick video and this is basically regarding 10 important things before IIT exams. And as you know that you are going to give your the final battle is going to come and you are going to give your 100% in that exam. And it's time to get serious. Do you guys remember the Batman movie? Why so serious? So now I believe it's time to get serious. And so guys, this is a YouTube channel basically for in order to help you guys to sort out your questions, or if you have any doubts regarding the colleges, you can ask as much you can. And for more updates, you can subscribe to this channel below, and from there you will get all the updates and everything. So let's start this, and let's move on. Now the first and the most important thing now from my perspective is, please stop looking for new books. uh, you know इस टाइम पे most of the people they go for different books, because some of friend, like any of your friend is saying if something like this, that उसके पास ये वाली बुक है, उसमें ये वाला जो ऑप्टिक्स का कॉन्सेप्ट है वो बहुत ही अच्छा है, आई थिंक हमें वो बुक परचेज करनी चाहिए. सो गाइस, प्लीज़ try to avoid these kind of people, because they are not going to help you out. They are just creating the confusion because they are not doing anything from their side. And whatever you are having right now, I mean, whatever books you are having right now, whatever things you want to reconfirm, contact your teachers, contact your colleagues, help each other in this, because if you will be doing teamwork, if you will be doing a group study, that will definitely work for you. Now let's move to the second thing. Well, the second thing is also, you can say that this is also one of the things which every IIT student, all the people who are going to prepare, who is going to preparing for this big exam, they always fall in this trap. Which is the best book for IIT-JEE preparation? And to be very true on this, lot of people get confused, and lot of people ask these kind of questions most of the time. Even if you also just notice yourself, so it could be possible, like 3-4 months back you just realize that that this book is good, and I think this should be in my wardrobe. So it's just like that. But please do not fall in this trap now, because now you are going for your exam, and it's just a matter of 1 more month, and you will be going for other exams as well apart from this IIT-JEE exam. So please do not fall in this trap. Whatever book you are having right now, whatever books your teachers have recommended you, your friends, your seniors have recommended you, just follow that. Okay, now let's move to the next section. Okay, now this section is, this is quite important. Why? Because a lot of parents, I mean, lot of parents are not happy with their children just because of this. So this is, you can see, this is social media, and these kind of things, where WhatsApp, Facebook, online games, chat rooms, and many other underground places where you know as I know, you guys must be doing some sort of other things as well, but these are the most fundamental things which every aspirant is going to do that. Now, it's not, I'm not saying that that do not use WhatsApp or Facebook, or do not do any such kind of thing. I'm just saying, like, use it as a needle. Don't use it as a sword. And whenever your parents are just watching you, and they are just they are just getting furious, just because every time they are watching you, you are holding your mobile phone. So just avoid it. And if you will be doing that, so there will be a lot of you can say that there will be a lot of improvements in your concentration level. And also you can you know you can sleep accordingly, because nowadays what is happening, like whenever we go to bed, we you first, the last thing which we always do is check our mobile phone. And this is something which is very serious. And I really request you guys to just stop using your phone after 8 or 9 o'clock in the night. Just leave it, because that time from 9:30 to 12:30 is a time where most of unwanted, you can say unsocial people, they will be searching for people who are interested in or focusing their self on their studies. So they will be searching for those kind of people just to bother them. So just stay out of this trap of 9:30 to 12:30, because most of idiots will be doing a lot of things at that point of time in order to just to deviate you. And the reason why we are discussing this point is because YouTube also comes into that category. And if you will notice, on YouTube you get a lot of recommended videos where you can find out lot of other stuffs apart from studies. And so please just stop using it, and try to concentrate on your studies. Don't overuse it, just like that. Don't over drink water, otherwise you will start vomiting. So just like that, do not overdo anything. Do not use social media, YouTube, any sort of thing at that much of level. And it will also help you also, because always try to understand one thing. The more you will engage yourself with other people, the more you will deviate from your studies. So just be conscious about it. Now moving to the next is sample papers. Okay, so this is something which is very important. I've always recommended a lot of my colleagues and a lot of my juniors about it, that please try to solve as much sample papers you can before the exam. Now at this point of time, I will always recommend you guys to solve as much you can. And also there are some important things from my side. Please buy OMR sheets from market if you are going for offline mode of examination. The reason why I am suggesting you to buy this, because when you will be giving the exam, so bubbling those squares, sorry, bubbling those circles are quite it's quite difficult to just bubble it, and especially with black pen and all. So if you will be having a practice about it, or if you will be having any idea about it, how to bubble it in in a faster way, so you can achieve it by practicing answering those questions on the OMR sheets, which you can buy from the market anytime. And please use a table clock and try to solve the question papers, so that you can have an exact idea about the timings. And also I will also recommend you one more thing, which is please try to solve these previous year papers at the time of examination. Like if you are going to give your exam from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock on that final day, on that judgment day, so please make a habit of solving the questions in between 9 to 12, so that you can have a clear idea about it. Coming back to the next point, which is don't go for any new topic now. Guys, please understand this point very you know I just want to request you, do not go for any new topics. The reason why I'm saying this to you is simply to avoid confusions, to avoid any sort of challenges, or you know whatever things which we have discussed up till now, just to avoid those kind of things. So just concentrate yourself on the sample papers, and whatever you have learned up till now, try to make your base strong on that. Now this is this is something which we are going to discuss now is physics, and we will be breaking up all the parts of that. So I will zoom it for you so that you can see all the important things. Now if we will start from the extreme right, we will see that we are having some values. Pie chart is also there, and we are having some values, which is the breakup of the physics sections. Now in this, if you will see the electricity, it's 25% of questions. Now out of the number of questions which you will be getting, this is a regular breakup of all those sections of physics, which all the examiners, the paper setters, they always take care of this pie chart. Now 25% will be electricity, 25% will be mechanics, and 23 is electricity and 25 is mechanics, and then the modern is 10. Then you will be going for magnetism, 14. Thermodynamics is 10. Then oscillation and waves will be 7. Optics will be 10, and experimental physics will be 3. Now if you will see the breakdown, you can easily understand that the most important part in physics is the mechanics and the electricity. Okay, I mean, if you will cover up these two parts, you are pretty sure that you can sort out everything in a very fast way. And if you will take my advice, so I will always recommend you to go with electricity and magnetism together. And if you will be covering this topic, so you will be covering around 37% of the total question, because electricity and magnetism and that all the Faraday law and all those things comes under one tree, and you need to be little bit more fundamental about the topics, and you need to understand their applications like Ohm's law, and the other things related to electric field. So these are most important things, so please focus on that. And apart from this, let's move to the most important after electricity and magnetism and mechanics. If you will see, is the modern physics. The reason why I'm saying this is important, because it's very easy, and believe me guys, you can score you know at least 90% straight away. So if you are going to if you're going to get 10 questions, so you can if you are good with the modern physics, you can solve at least 8 or 9 questions without any trouble. But for that, you need to be very much calculative with your calculations, and also you need to be little bit focused on the theoretical part of the modern physics. Now apart from this, let's go to the mechanics. Now let's break up this mechanics. Now in the mechanics part, basically I will always recommend you to start with the laws of motion. The reason why I'm saying this to you is very simple, because you know 40 to 45% of question which you will be getting in mechanics, those questions will be directly linked with the laws of motion. you know all the three formulas which we always used to do, which we always used to use when we used to sort out those kind of problems, like s is equal to ut plus half at square and all. So these things will be the part of mechanics. Apart from that, you will be getting some real time questions, like you will be getting some hardcore questions on friction. And always remember people, friction is very easy. Please try to sort out as much friction problem you can, because it will help you to understand the whole mechanics, and it will cover up that inclined plane questions as well. And apart from this, coming back to the optics. Now in optics, it depends. The reason why it depends, because it's not very, I'm not saying it's impossible to, to sort out your concept in optics, because it's a very wide topic. And I will just recommend you to go with prism. Okay. And the fundamental laws, the Snell's law, the laws of reflection, the questions related to TIR. Please just, concentrate yourself to those, important topics. That's it. Now let's move to the next level of this video, which is basically, the past trends of, 2013, 14 and 15, the year. Basically, this is the difficulty level of questions which, they have reported. Now if you will notice this, the difficulty level in physics is quite, it's quite similar to the last year paper, the 2016 paper. So if you will see the difficult questions in, in 2015, this sky blue one. So if you will go with that, we have got 5 questions which were difficult in 2015, and then we have got 12 questions which is comes under the moderate section, and then comes to 13 questions for the easy one. So you can see the ratio, it's quite similar. And the number of moderate questions and the number of easy questions, if you will just check it out, so they are balancing each other. So if you are good with your, concepts, if you are good with your calculations, you will be, you can definitely crack the moderate part and the easy as well. Now let's talk about the chemistry. This is the mystery basically. Now in chemistry, I don't want to, break down the whole, section of chemistry, because it's very complicated just to, break down on this video, because it's going to be a long if I will start breaking it down. So let's, talk about the most important things in chemistry. As far as the chemistry is concerned, last year basically, we got 60% question which were quite easy, 33% were moderate, and 7% were difficult. Now people always remember that this set pattern in chemistry, it's not only, it's just not only for 2016, it's for, for each and every year. They have always, done this kind of things. And they always, you know try to give you the problems which are quite, real time, or, you can say which have got some applications. So please try to focus on all the, the named reaction, basically, the aldol and canizaro. These are very important. And aldol condensation is the most important as far as, the reactivity is concerned in terms of ketones and aldehydes. So please, try to focus on that. And as far as the difficulty is concerned, so the difficulty level, basically they have the questions related to thermodynamics, or you can say, where you will be calculating, those big numbers, because those things are quite time taking. So those things are quite, time taking, and those things comes under this 7% of difficulty. Now coming back to this moderate section, so in this 33% you will mostly, you are going to get the inorganic things, and the physical chemistry part, which you will be getting the metallic and non-metallic characters. You will be getting some questions on, the order of reactivity and all. And the easy, well, it always comes, with the organic chemistry, that you will be getting, a lot of objective questions. And the reason why, because, because of the multiple characters of the bondings and everything. So this is, this is the whole thing about the chemistry. And at the end of this, whole video, once again, I would really like to congratulate you guys, because a lot of people, amongst you have worked really hard throughout the year. And some people have got some, physical problems, like there could be a possibility that some of you are suffering from fever, someone is having cold. But despite of all these things, you guys have worked really hard. So this is something which is, you can say, like this is the last time where you need to finish your you know finish your all the preparations, and now you need to nourish yourself. Nourishing yourself means, it doesn't mean like you will be going to going for a new book, or you will be learning a new concept. It's just like motivating yourself. And also just make one thing clear, that this exam is not the last exam. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you don't perform good on that day. Instead of that, always remember that this exam is not your last exam. Okay, and after that, in case if you think that you are not confident with your preparation till now, so I will recommend you just to focus on your skills. Believe me guys, you can crack it. It's not that tough now. Just focus on the basics. If you will, let's say you start preparing for your chemistry today, and I can assure you that in 15 to 20 days you can cover up the whole chemistry, if you just focus on the basics, and if you just focus on all the patterns of the previous exam papers. So just be confident, and best of luck to all of you guys. And please subscribe to this channel. And if you have got any other doubts, or if you want me to explore any of the topics, please comment in the in the video. Thank you.